The Infernal Bout mod just got a update recently, and since I didn't cover it when it first came out, this is a great chance for me to actually cover the full mod now. And after playing this mod, I have to say that it is one of the better Mario mods I think that ever's dropped in FNF, maybe only second to Mario Madness. Now, the main character in this mod is obviously Bowser, and in the free play, we see some different variations of him, and while I'm sure you all know who Bowser is, I'm still going to give you some fun facts about him and also explain why boyfriend and girlfriend are battling him in the first place. Now, it seems that boyfriend and girlfriend are in the Bowser's Fury game universe. We know this because of Bowser's final form here, where he grows super large and turns black and red. This is actually called Fury Bowser, and this form is specifically from the game bundle of Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. And while we don't get to see how boyfriend and girlfriend actually arrived in this world, we know that they have made their way into many games before, so it isn't really too surprising. As to why they are battling Bowser, I honestly think they just ran into his castle unprovoked, because I don't see any reason for them to actually fight him unless they are supposed to be taking the place of Mario from the original game. But I feel like if that was the case, we would have seen boyfriend or girlfriend do something with that cat power from the original game. So to me, it just looks like they were looking for somebody to rap battle, and Bowser happened to be the victim this time. With that out of the way, let's talk about some of Bowser's backstory and fun facts. Now, in this day and age, I think Bowser is seen as kind of a joke, to the point where people forget how devious he really is. Bowser's whole goal is to kidnap Princess Peach and use her as leverage so that he can defeat Mario and then take his army to invade and conquer the Mushroom Kingdom. Bowser's also a menace because he has a myriad of abilities, the most obvious being that he's massive. And with that comes a lot of physical power. If any of you have played any of the Mario sports game, whether that be tennis, baseball, golf, Bowser always has super high strength stats. Something else that makes Bowser unique is his command over fire, which differs in intensity depending on the game. But he almost always has the iconic fire breath and fireballs, and in some games like Super Mario World, he can even make fire rain from the sky. Some other interesting facts about Bowser is that even though he doesn't really look like it, he is just a oversized Koopa, aka a big turtle. And when doing some research, I found out that the only reason he's so large and has special abilities is because he is the king. In all honesty, I thought there was going to be some huge backstory to how he turned out to be so large, and I was a little disappointed to learn that it was just that he's the king. And even though we don't get to see them much nowadays, Bowser actually has 9 children that used to be called the Koopalings, but today we only really see one of his children, and that is Bowser Jr. Now that we have covered the main version of Bowser here, let's take a look at some of the other versions that pop up in the free play. And the first character I want to talk about is Bowsette. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that thought that this character was actually Bowser's wife or girlfriend. After looking into her backstory though, I learned that Bowsette is technically Bowser. Apparently she is a fan-made character that was created back in 2018 after the introduction of Toadette being able to transform into Peachette. A Twitter user by the name of Haniwa latched onto this idea and made a comic that basically showed Bowser and Mario being rejected by Peach. I think the comic was also inspired by this scene from Mario Odyssey. Now in the comic, after being rejected, Bowser put on the crown and became Bowsette. And then he and Mario basically walked off together as if they were now a couple. And take my word when I say that this is the tamest comic that you're probably going to find. If you look too hard, you are going to find some weird artwork with Bowsette. A lot of people on the internet are down bad for this character and just overall have really taken a liking to her. The next version of Bowser that I want to talk about is called Dark Bowser, and he's basically the final boss in a game called Mario and Luigi Bowser Inside Story. He was created by a character called Darkstar, who basically absorbed enough of Bowser's DNA to make an even more evil copy of him. And for those of you that didn't play the game, the Dark Star is like a sentient object that can be used for world domination. And while it may be hard to tell in this mod, technically boyfriend and girlfriend are working alongside Bowser here to take down Dark Bowser and the Dark Star. So Bowser is basically fighting against himself while boyfriend and girlfriend go inside of Dark Bowser to attack the Dark Star directly, which is a throwback to the original game. The next version of Bowser is called Rapping Koopa, and he's from the old school Mario show called the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. He's specifically from an episode called Bad Rap. In the episode, Bowser captures a character called King James, which I assume to be James Brown, and he uses music to hypnotize all the people in the land, and of course Mario, Luigi, and the princess have to come and save them all. The episode is actually up on YouTube if any of you want to get a good laugh, but fair warning, it is old and a bit cheesy. Next we have Dowser, who is just the D-side version of Bowser, and this is why we actually see D-side boyfriend and girlfriend make an appearance in the mod. And while there isn't a lot of lore for Dowser, I do like the fact that they actually made him look more like Draconic as opposed to looking like a turtle. I think that kind of fits him a lot more. Now in the newest update for the mod, we are introduced to another version of Bowser that is called Wonder Bowser, or aka Castle Bowser. And he is called that because he is from the game called Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And he looks weird because he's a combination between himself, his Koopa clown car, and the Flower Castle. And in the game, Bowser basically used his new form to raise hell all over the Flower Kingdom. Now, as for the little flower that you can actually see talking in the mod, his name is literally Talking Flower, and he's like a side character from the game who was basically there to give the player like small hints and just details about the environment. Now, I know that Paper Bowser and also Bowser 64 pop up in this mod as well, but their lore isn't really a whole lot different than regular Bowser, so I didn't really want to put them into the video or to like waste your time with their backstories. But I do know that eventually there is supposed to be like a Paper Mario mod that comes out, so when that does drop, I'll probably do like a full video talking about the Paper Mario universe in general. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on the screen here. Subscribe to Did We Can Remember the Ors Forest, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Peace, peace.